Welcome back, everyone. I see Aska released a dedicated server for their game, and a lot of people are having trouble getting it to work. So I thought I'd see if I could help out some people here. The first thing you're going to want to do is go to makeyourownserver.com. I'll have a link in the description to this page. We're going to go to Batch, File Server, and Aska. Then you're going to want to download the batch file and Steam CMD. The batch file is an Office file. You'll have to open it with WordPad, save it as a text, open it with Note++, and save it as a batch file to get it to work. That's a safety precaution by my hosting platform. There's also complete written instructions on there if you need things a little slower than what this video will be. Once you have those two files, you're going to go into your drive where you want to install the server. I'm going to install mine on D under Batch Servers, and I'm going to make a folder called Aska. And then you're going to need a folder called Steam CMD. So you're going to drag the Steam CMD file you downloaded into that folder, and you're going to drag the batch file into the Aska folder. So this should look like Steam CMD and Aska. Then we're going to right click and we're going to edit with Note++ on the batch file. And you need to make sure that you have your batch file directory set up correct. So if you installed on a different drive, if your files are labeled differently, you're going to need to change these. If you've done it exactly the way I've done it, then it's going to just work. One key thing is during this whole process, on the server machine, this is on two separate computers, on the server machine, make sure you've logged into Steam, then go to offline mode, and then start this process. You want to leave Steam in offline mode the entire time. So at this point, it's downloaded everything and it's trying to launch the game. The reason it can't find the file is because we haven't moved them yet. So once you've installed and you have this file, you're going to get this Aska server batch file, and you're going to get the server properties file. You're going to copy both of those and paste them up one level. So now, after your server's downloaded, it should look like this. Under the Aska server file, you're going to have to edit that with Note++. And you're going to have to change this line here. We'll probably just say Aska server exe. And the properties path will probably just say server properties. You need to match these to your file structure. So you have the server exe is inside the server folder, and the properties path file you want it to look at is not in the server folder. It's in the Aska folder. It's up a level. If you try to edit or change anything inside of this server file, the batch file or the properties file, it will get overwritten every time you launch your server. So that means your server name won't stay, your region won't stay, your password won't stay. It'll all be overwritten every time. That's why you need to move them outside of that folder. The server properties, that is just going to be your server name, display name, your region, and of course all your fun stuff, right? harvest amount or monster density or population, whatever they allow you to change. But you want to make sure you set your region, your password if you want it, your session name, at least those. So you're going to, on your Aska batch file, the one you downloaded, you're going to make sure you have your directory paths correct. And then your Aska server file that you copied, you need to make sure you have your exe correct and your properties text path correct. Then, when you have those correct, then you're just going to double click on your shortcut and your server's going to launch. So the batch file automatically updates the server every time you launch. So you don't have to worry about that. And again, if you launch your server and it's not taking your server name, your file structure is referencing these files in here. You need to get those files outside of that folder. I tried to get these two batch files to combine, but I could not get the batch file to read the server properties file no matter what I tried. So probably somebody smarter than me can figure that out. Okay, now our server's up and running. Now let's see if we can find it in the list. While we're pulling up the game, again, if you go to makeyourownserver.com, the written instructions have all the pictures and everything where you can look through every item as slow as you want to. Okay, so here is why you want to set your region. So we're in South Central regions, what we've selected. Let's see if we can find our server. There we are. Myos Aska. You don't have to do any ports on this. I didn't have to do any ports. There's no reference to any ports. I'm not sure how they monitoring that. I guess because it's through Steam, they don't have to. And that's it. That's your server up and running. I hope this helps some people out. Have a good day.